you doing, Rhonda? I got up late today. I lost my cell phone. I had to go back and try to find that. Woke up late today. I woke up at 4:30, but I was like, let me try to get up. But I was so tired, man. So freaking tired. Laid back down. Woke up at 5. Got up, brushed my teeth. Then I lost my cell phone. I'm so upset. I'm like, yo, there was nobody up, so nobody really stole my phone because I went from the bathroom to, I went from my bed to the bathroom. So I said nobody really was up, so I know none of the girls stole my phone. So I'm getting upset. I'm like, oh my God. So something was like, go check your bed. I checked my bed and the cell phone was inside my blanket. So I was like, oh my God, here it is. I'm glad I didn't start getting mad and like accusing anybody of anything. Because it's like the cell phone is something I put in my bag when I get out of my bed. So I was like, oh, I need that phone. Like, I need my phone. So my day is a little off, started like a little off putting now because I usually be on the road and out the way because I have to work today at 9. So I got to be at work early. And I still got to try to get me a little exercise in. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the gym. I might just do me a little walk, a little 30-minute cardio walk, and that's probably all I'm gonna do today. But I still got to get something in. But how are you today? How's everybody doing? Good morning. What's today? Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday, everybody. Everybody had a good Friday evening. I got back to the shelter last night at like 10:30. It was late because it was an accident over there, so I was backed up with that. It was a really bad accident on the Pike, so I was it was a long like pile up, like not a accident pile up. It was only one car that I saw. I don't know what happened to the car. I don't know if it was two cars, but it looked like it was just one car. But it was an accident, so that had me held up for like almost 30 minutes in traffic. I don't know what happened to the person, but I hope they're okay. But it was a really bad accident last night, and go mind you, it's Friday night, so it looked like it was one car. I didn't see another car, so I don't know what happened, but I hope the person is okay. I don't know. I had a little bit of video footage of the accident. I was able to record it a little bit because I was sitting in my car, so why not? But I was a little tired too. Yeah, I'm glad I found my phone. I don't have any money to even get another phone if I didn't find it. And I didn't want to start like, I didn't want to accuse anybody of anything. I said I know it's not in my bag, so I know it has to be in my bed somewhere. So I went back to my bed the first time and checked the bed and didn't find it. And then something was like, look in between your blankets and everything. So I looked in between that, and there it was. Good morning. How are you, Ray? How you doing, Ray? Host, please remember your number to call you. Host, please. I really want a number to call you. You need a number to call me? For what? You need a number to call me for what? Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the likes. If you guys come in the room, can you just give me a like when you come in? That helps people find my algorithm channel. That's Cindy. Good morning. How are you? Well, my day kind of started off a little bit wonky, but I'm glad to be up, on my way. What's everybody doing today on this Saturday? Happy Saturday to the people that's off on the weekend. Want a nice woman to love, huh? Wow. Well, happy Saturday to everybody. I hope everybody have a great day. What are you guys doing today? What's on your schedule? What is on your schedule, everybody? I get off at 5. Yay, it's my favorite schedule. So when I work 9 to 5, that's like my favorite schedule because I love to get off early. I wish I had a 9 to 5 literally every day. I would be so happy about that. But we all know we can't get what we want all the time in life, right? You can't always get what you want. Yeah, I was just laying in bed like, oh man, I gotta get up. This is life. This is life. This is life. Gosh darn it. I gotta stop and get coffee somehow. But then I don't really feel like having coffee this morning. I just feel like staying on the road, just keep going. Keep going to the gym, get right to that gym and do something. Even if it's a 30-minute elliptical exercise. Like today I'm not really I'm running late. I'm a little off. I'm a little off. You know when you're running late or whatever, your whole day is kinda just thrown off a little bit. But that cell phone thing really kinda made me like, ugh, where's my phone? I don't wanna accuse anybody. Because I literally just got in at like 10:30 last night, and now I got to get back up and do this again. But I got a short week because I just came back off of my vacation. So, and then last night my boss had me doing this stuff like last minute things. My boss is just she doesn't really know how to be a manager either. Like people just don't have skills to be managers nowadays anymore. Because everybody's so busy listening to what the gossip is of somebody else. They got their gate open, which I'm very shocked. She's one of those people that she's not really, wouldn't say she's a people pleaser, but she's a people pleaser to certain people. Like she wants to be in the in crowd. She's just, I don't know what to say about her, but she's younger than me. I think she's in her late 20s or something. But they don't really favor me. They never really favor me at my job, and I don't give a damn. That's the thing. They don't like that I just don't care that you don't like me. Like it's not going to stop me from coming to work. Like I'm not going to go quit because a whole bunch of people ain't crazy about me, but they really be like treating me like I'm dumb and retarded, like I don't know how to do stuff. Like since we have a new computer system, we had to get new credit card terminals and all that. So we have a new credit card terminal. So the old credit card terminals needed to get shut down. So she was like, "Oh, well, I sent you an email. Can you look at the email and just follow the directions on the so we can shut down these credit card terminals?" Mind you, we had the new system in for like maybe a month now. So those credit card terminals should have been shut down. So um, I call. So my boss sends me an email. She was like, "Yeah, we need to shut down these credit card terminals." I'm like, "Okay." So when you run a business and you have credit card terminals, you have a credit card company that you have to pay fees for when the customers use like their card, their credit card. That's a fee for that for the business. The business has to pay a fee. It could be like $1, a dollar something. It could be a couple cents. I forget. I don't know what the credit card fees are. So she was like, "So we have to shut down these credit card terminals." And mind you, the store I work in, we have two credit card terminals. It's like the older credit card, like the old school credit card terminals. When you have a business, you can either you can rent them from a bank, or you can buy them from a bank or whatever. And they're like the old fashioned. They old, probably almost 20 years old. So she was like, "We have to shut these credit card terminals down because we have a new system and we don't use these anymore. So we have to shut them out." So I was like, "Okay." She sends the email. She said, "Just follow the email." So following the email, I had to call a 1-800 number, and it was a customer care person for this particular bank that my job banks for. So I had to call the number and follow the prompts. I had to get the merchant ID number. The job has like the specific email pin, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm telling her, I'm calling the 1-800 number, and I'm letting her know. I said, "Well, they want me to have a email pin number." She's like, "Oh, we don't really know that." It's just so stupid. They don't have nothing organized. So the first time I called the guy and talked to him, he was like, "Well, this terminal should have been shut down within 7 days of you guys switching over. So there could be fees attached to this." You know what I'm saying? So he said within 7 days, somebody should have called us and it should have been handled. And it wasn't handled within 7 days. So now there could be fees included in that. So I'm like, damn. So I called my boss right away. I'm like, "Yo, this guy is talking about there's going to be fees attached to certain things." So I didn't want to have anything to do with that. So I called her right away. I didn't want to make any decisions because it's not my business for me to say, "Yeah, do this," or "Yeah, do that." Because I'm not trying to make decisions for nobody else's business. That should have been something that their accounting should have been doing, like literally the next or third day to us ushering in this new system. So I called my boss, and of course she's like, "Oh, well, call them, call again. Maybe we can speak to another person, and they might not ask for the PIN ID number or something." So I was like, "All right." So I called again, and the store was slow, so I had plenty of time because nobody was at the desk or anything. But I said, "Damn, y'all should have did this a long time ago." So I called like people like twice. Each person continued to tell me that we need a we need a. They continued to tell me the same stuff, like we need a an email pin number or something. And she was like, your HR, not HR, but corporate, your corporate group will have that. I was like, well, I'm not corporate, so corporate is only open. Our corporate office is in New York City, so they're not open. They close at like 5 o'clock, so I can't call them. So I'm calling my boss and letting her know this, and she's kind of like not believing what I'm saying. So she was like, "Oh, just give me the merchant ID number. Just, screenshot me the information and send it to me, and I can see if I can close them out." And what she was trying to do, the same thing I was doing. She was going to do the same thing I was doing, the same routine. So she was like, "Oh, just screenshot me the ID numbers and everything." I should go in there and get me some coffee. I forgot today was Saturday. It's not going to be that busy at Wawa. I could have got me some coffee, but I'll get coffee at the next one. But so she was like, "Oh, just screenshot me the information for both of the terminals, and I can work on it over here." I'm like, "Okay." So basically, the same thing that I did, she was going to do. So basically, you think I'm too stupid and dumb that I can't make a phone call and tell people some ID number, so you want to do it? Okay, no problem. So I said, okay. I screenshotted it with my cell phone. I sent it to her cell phone, and she tried to attempt to do it. She's like, "Oh, it's saying the same thing." I said, "Yeah, of course it is. Because y'all think I'm dumb and y'all think I don't know how to, like, do this. I know how to read. I know how to read numbers. I know how to read. So it shouldn't be, stop trying to play with me." They always try to play me to the left like I'm stupid and retarded, especially my manager of the store I work for. But he was off yesterday. Thank God, because he gets on my nerves too. But when people try to play you to the left and think that you're stupid and retarded, like, sis, I can pick up on anything. It might take me a little bit longer, but I could pick up on it. And that was just really easy to do. All you got to do is follow the email. I followed the email to a T. So she was like, "Oh, screenshot it and send it to me." She had to basically do the same thing I had to do. And guess what? They told her the same thing. We need a PIN number email. We're dealing with the bank, sis. Do you really think that they're going to just not? This could be fraud. You got multiple people calling. They probably flagged us, and you have multiple people calling trying to get this credit card terminal closed out. And now the bank is probably thinking, "Oh, this is fraudulent because this girl didn't call 2 times, and then another girl called again trying to do the same thing." So they probably think at this point we're trying to commit fraud. So of course it didn't work. So she was like, "Oh, it's not working." I said, "Yeah, of course it's not, because I did it like 2 times and you did it. So that's the third time the bank probably didn't flag this." So then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call another store and see what kind of information." So she was like, "Oh, we could close them out and shut them down ourselves." She was like, "I'm gonna call you or whatever, FaceTime you, and we could do it that way. You just follow the prompts that I'm giving you. We can shut them down." So I followed the prompts that she gave me, and we shut them down. But I'm just looking at her like, "Sis, you just sit here and really believe the lies and stuff that all these other people around here put about me. I don't give two shits what y'all think about me at this job. Y'all think I'm retarded, dumb, stupid. It don't even matter. Because guess what? None of y'all got the balls to tell me how you really feel. But y'all could talk amongst each other and say, 'Oh, she's not picking up on this. Or she's not this. She's not." Girl, I get my job done, baby. That's the thing. I get the job done, baby. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm supposed to be doing is working and doing my job. But people really try to play you to the left at work, especially when they think you slow and retarded and dumb and you can't pick up on anything. But I just be playing these people like, y'all are freaking insane. People are crazy. But Ray, you about to get blocked because you're sounding like a freak. You're blocked. Done with you. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for stalkers. But yeah, my job is just crazy, man. I forgot today was Saturday. I was thinking it was like, my days are always off, but Ray's going. I don't got time for lovebirds. People love bombing me, and it was so funny and weird because Ray's been here with me for a while, and I thought he was cool, but that's not cool. That's not cool at all. You're out of here, buddy. And then I had my sisters and them. They sending me a text. They put me into this group, and they're sending me text messages saying that, yeah, we're gonna have a sisters get together. And I'm like, I really don't want to do it, to be honest, because my situation. I'm not in my best of spirits or whatever about my life. My life is kind of a little bit to the left right now. So I'm like, sis, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna stop up here and get me some coffee. I don't think I'm gonna do much exercising today because I'm not gonna really make it to the thing until like kind of late. It seemed like this Wawa is pretty dead too because it's the weekend. Ain't nobody up there. Saturday, people don't get up until it is a bit later. Oh, they got a little. Oh, they must be having a car show or something. They must be having some kind of antique car show. I see people out here with their old cars. They must be doing something. So yeah, I thought that was kind of strange. I blocked his ass. Not he ain't even blocked, but I think I put him on timeout. Nobody got time for that weirdo stuff. Don't come to my channel with the weirdo stuff. Cause really on social media, YouTube or whatever, I don't know who I'm seeing. I don't know who I'm talking to. So please don't come here with the crazy. Cause I'm not with that. People coming in my inbox asking me for my number. Ray, are you crazy? And it's so funny because Ray been here for a while, but he's not blocked. But I did put him on timeout. So and like it's crazy because on here you can't even block anybody anymore. You can't really block someone unless you got to go out of your way to block somebody, which is freaking psychotic to me. It shouldn't be a problem with us blocking, but I think you have to go through some kind of crazy channel to block someone. But yeah, y'all, I'm just like my job really gets on my nerves, and I'm like, y'all, I just came back off of being on vacation, and here y'all go with this bull crap. Yeah, I don't know if I'm even gonna work out today. I don't think I'm gonna work out today. I'm gonna go in here, and get coffee, but I am. I changed my mind. I changed my mind, darling. I do have avocado at work. I can make avocado toast or something. Okay. We got to make coffee. And Karen. Oh God, here we go. Come on, man. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Here you go with the Karen crap. I'm gonna block you for calling me a Karen. Y'all, I was in Wawa. I got coffee today. I feel like a Colombian woman. So I feel like a Colombian Karen. Good morning. Sorry, y'all. I normally don't blow my nose in front of people, but oh my God, what am I doing? Here we go with the Karen stuff early in the morning. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give me some grace. I was definitely in Wawa acting just like a Karen. I was in Wawa acting like a Karen because they didn't have my creamer that I needed. So I told the man to go to the back and find it right now. I told him to get his ass in the back and find my damn creamer. Right now, before I called the police on him. I wanted to see the manager. I did. So, yeah. My Karen activities are activated already. It's too early for this, but how dare him not have my creamer ready for me. Good morning, Nomad. How are you? Yes, I was acting like a Karen this morning in Wawa because I didn't get what I wanted. So I actually asked for the manager, and then I didn't like what the manager had to say, so I called the police on him. Then I proceeded to record the conversation that me and this man was having because he was very rude to me. So I'm going to call corporate. I'm going to call corporate on his ass. I wasn't going to get coffee, but I said, you know what? Let me get some coffee. They have stuff at Wawa and some boiled eggs, but I was like, no, I could just boil my own eggs. I think I am going to get me a camping stove just in case I ever want to cook for myself and I don't want to buy anything expensive. Save my money. I could boil my own damn eggs on the road. You know what I'm saying? I could go like a person that's doing van life, right? I could pull over at a park and get my little pot out and boil my own damn eggs. I could do that. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get me a little stove and figure out this roughness on my own. Because I'm not going to keep spending 20 hours a day on food. Because even yesterday, I had oodles and noodles. Well, not oodles and noodles. I had ramen. You know, ramen. I didn't have oodles and noodles. I had ramen. This Karen had ramen noodles yesterday. That's what I made for work. And then on my way to work yesterday, I went to the Amish market, got me two breakfast sandwiches from them. And I only go to the Amish maybe once a week, but they be having pretty good food at the Amish market. It's fresh, you know. But what was I saying? I went to a farmer's market yesterday. It wasn't the Amish because the Amish stuff be sometimes a little bit too high, but I went to a farmer's market and bought 4 avocados and left them at the job. I ate 1 avocado yesterday, so I'm trying to like eat stuff that's good for me, filling, and like good for me to eat, consume, because I can't keep being out here having burgers and stuff. So I'm gonna get me like a camping stove, but then I'm thinking about stuff that I can put on the camping stove. I already have a frying pan. So even if I don't get meats, because I can't really buy like a piece of meat, I probably could. I could go to a deli and get like a piece of meat if I wanted to have a piece of meat or something. Instead of buying a whole pack of meat, I could go to like a deli and say, hey, I just need 2 pieces of that and make me a piece of chicken breast or something. I don't really want to take it that far, but I am going to get me a Tupperware from somewhere and put like stuff in it. If I want to make some food on the road, I can do that. Like if I want to make ramen instead of buying like a burger, I can make my ramen and instead of buying me a burger. So I might get me a camping stove, y'all. What y'all think about that? How y'all feel about that? Do y'all think this Karen can do it? I know I can get me like I'm gonna be looking into the things that I can get. I might get me a camping stove. Figure out how to do that and go from there because yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get to the gym. I get to the gym like 6:45, 7. I could do something until like 7:30. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. But my week is short, so after tomorrow I'm off for the next 2 days. So I have my days off, but I still get up early and still do my thing. I don't really even on my days off, I'm out the shelter. I don't never. So the shelter lady came this morning. The lady that works overnight, the one that was sleeping all night, she had the nerve to come into the room and say, because like I said, I left late, so I was. She turned the lights on and said, "Okay, girls, y'all need to get up. It's time to wake up. Whatever, whatever." So she proceeds to say, "Yeah, Miss Tony and the people that run the joint, right? Because I guess they're complaining, saying that the girls don't want to get up in the morning and stuff." So she was like, "As soon as I come in this room and tell y'all to get up, y'all got to get right up. We don't have time for that because whoever I'm gonna take names and then I'm gonna send it to the managers and let them know that y'all don't want to get up." It doesn't pertain to me because I'm always out the door by 5:30 anyway. So she comes in the room saying that. And they treat us like we're in the army. They treat us like we're in the army. And I understand because if you don't treat people like that, it's like you can't just let person do whatever they want, especially in the shelter situation, because we are in there and we're not paying rent. So you can't be laying in there as you please. You got to follow some rules. So I understand that. But this is coming from a staff member that was sleeping all night, didn't even come in the room once to check on to see if we was okay. Didn't come in there once to see us. You're supposed to check on us. I know hourly. You're supposed to check on us at least every hour to make sure that we okay, we still alive. You know what I'm saying? We still breathing. But she want to come in the room and say, "Oh, I gotta take names of the people that's not getting up." And I'm looking at her like, "Girl, bye." I'll be out the door anyway, so don't really pertain to me. But I'm looking at her like, "Okay, I see what you're doing. You sleep all night, but then you want to come in here and try to tell us like how we supposed to feel about you sleeping all night? Like we supposed to have some kind of confidence or something in you? Like, girl, I ain't say nothing to her. I just left because I found my phone. So electric pot, yeah. I want to get something. So I can't keep like I went to the farmer's market yesterday. I bought some avocados, and I love avocados. I could just eat them, cut them open and eat them raw with nothing, no seasoning or nothing on it. I just love avocados, and plus it's good for you. It's a healthy fat for our bodies, and they have other good ingredients that's good for our bodies when we eat avocados. But um, I went and got some apples. Um, because if it's not in season or whatever, and nothing's really going to be in season anymore, but I think this is a season for apples. I'm not sure. I don't know if apples are grown in the summer, spring, whatever, but I got a couple apples, but I don't really get apples in the winter time. But yeah, I might have to get me a little camping stove because sometimes I'm not spending a whole bunch of money on food. I'm not spending $20 on like, and I'm tired of eating fast food. So I could scramble together me some. I could make a scrambled egg. I could make like some vegetables with the scrambled egg and an avocado on the side. I'd be okay with that. Hi, how are you? How you doing, Sean? Good morning. So it's different avenues that I can do. So different things I can do. Different things I'm going to do. I got my coffee from Wawa, right? So now they got the Christmas cups out right now. So I'm like, oh, festive. They have the festive cups out right now. How amazing. But yeah, so this person sleeps all night and she got the nerve to come and tell us. Like, I'm just looking at her like, if you sleep all night and you don't even come and check on us and make sure we're okay, make sure no one's in here beating us up or whatever, like, that's how I say the staff, they just don't care. Like, they don't care. But she was like, oh, I'm going to take names of whoever's not getting out of bed on time. That's why I just get out of Dodge. I get up at like 4:45 in the morning. I be out. I don't hang around. I'm not hanging around. I don't want to hang around. I'm out the door. I'm out the door. So I don't think I'm gonna make it to the gym until like 7:30, and then I still gotta get dressed. So it gives me like 45 minutes. I'll be there in like 45 minutes. So I can do it. I can get a 30-minute exercise in. I could do a little bit of cardio, then I'll do some weights, and then I'll do my stretching, and then I'll be done for today. But I gotta exercise every day. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm obsessed. I can't. I'm not gonna really do a walk out here because it's a little chilly. So I don't want to be out here in the cold. But I don't want to be in the cold. But yeah, it was a cat that got hit by a car last night, Rhonda. There was a cat. I was driving behind this car on the highway. A cat came out in the middle of the road and got hit by a car. And thank God that I'm a like a grandmom driver. I drive really slow. Like I don't drive slow under the limit where the police is gonna stop me, but I'm a slow driver, right? I don't really drive fast. There's no reason. I'm not getting no tickets. But the person hit the cat, and then the cat was in the road squirming. So if I wasn't really paying attention, I would have hit the cat again. And I'm glad that I did. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, going to go back and help the cat or call the animal control. The cat's going to die. I'm sure the cat died out here. I'm sure someone else probably hit it because it was literally in the middle of the road. But I was like, damn, I don't want to see it die. I have to help the cat. Like, you guys, I need to get like you, exercise every day. Yeah, exercise helps me something. You know what I'm saying? When I get in the gym and I see a whole bunch of me so much, like I get so excited. Like, oh yeah, I can do this. You know? I don't feel like going to the gym now, but once I get there and I see pies, and then I'm like, okay, okay, let's go. You can do it. So that's my attitude, and I like doing it anyway. That's how I start my day. Get some coffee, and then I go exercise. And then when I get to work, I feel like nobody can fuck with me. You know what I mean? Nobody at my job can fuck with me today. Do you get your avocados are soft, too fat? Well, I got mine from a farmer's market yesterday. It was I got two that were kind of hard, and I got two that were kind of soft. So I ate one yesterday for dinner. I had ramen noodles, and then I had an avocado with the ramen noodles. But I like avocados. I don't need anything on them. I just cut them in half, and I can eat them raw like that. Like I don't need like salt or pepper. I just love to eat the avocados as they are. So I just cut them in half and took the seed out and just dug into it like it was ice cream. Somebody at my job was like, "Oh, what's that?" Like some people don't even know what avocados are. I'm like, "You don't know what an avocado is?" Because I'm driving. So yeah, I know it happens. It's not much I can do about that. Depends on where I'm driving at. Once I get into the woods, I'm driving around a lot of trees and everything. So that's what happens. But once I get to the gym and I see other people working out, I be like, "Oh yeah, let's go, let's go." They just give me hope. But I'm thinking about like transferring my gym to another gym that I used to go to because I'm over Planet Fitness. I think I need more. I like to do like group. I like to do group training with like a whole bunch of people doing cardio in a room. That's what I used to do. I'm used to like the group fitness stuff. So they used to have. I used to go to. They had a pool. They had a jacuzzi. They had a steam sauna shower. And of course, I paid like $60 a month for that. And people were like, "Oh my God, that's too expensive." I was like, "No, you pay for what you want, right? You pay for what you want. You pay for what you need." But I think I better stay at Planet Fitness for a minute. But when I move and get me a place again, I'm going to definitely join the gym that I want to join and be a part of because I need all the amenities. I want all the extra amenities. And yeah, and I miss Planet Fitness when it was open 24 hours. I miss that. Before COVID, they used to stay open 24 hours. That you could literally, if you can't sleep at home, you can go to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning, get a workout in, and you're good. But it's going to be a fabulous day. I hope the sun is shining today. I hope the sun is going to come out and you know, you can always get. Yeah, I felt sorry for that cat yesterday. I don't know where it got hit at. I'm sure something in the middle of the night probably came out, dragged it out the road to eat it. But yeah, that cat got hit by a car. I was like, oh my God, no, no, no. If I wasn't really paying attention of my driving, I would have ran the cat over again, which I think the cat was still alive when it got hit. So I was like, oh damn. But I'm sure somebody else came along and probably hit it again. So I was like, well, it's not gonna be me. I'm not hitting no cat. I don't even want to hit no animals, you know what I mean? I need to start working out because I'm starting to warehouse job soon. Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah, them warehouse jobs don't be no joke. But it's good if you lifting and stuff. It's good for you to lift. It's good for your body. It's good exercise. So you just have to make sure you have your form. Like correct form is everything. Make sure that you have your form in order when you lift it because you don't want to, tear your back up or anything like that. So it's good, yeah. I mean, I go to the gym because it's in me. I've been doing the gym stuff since I was like, it's been like 14 years that I've been consistently exercising, working on my body. And it shows, I'm not overweight. I don't want to be. And one time the doctor told me that I might get on like, blood pressure medicine or whatever and change my diet, and I continue to work out. When you get a certain age anyway, you should be working out. I think I started working out in my late 30s. I started working out in my late 30s. And I consistently been doing it. I mean, there's been times in these 13 years that I probably fell off for like a week here. You know what I'm saying? There's been times that I hope this car ain't coming with me. There's been times in these 14 years that I fell off. But I think the most I ever fell off in exercising was like maybe a week here, 2 weeks there. But I always get back up and go because I never let myself feel bad about if I fall off exercising. I don't feel bad. Some people fall off and they just stop. They just, well, I already fell off, so oh well. And then you get comfortable in whatever it is you're doing of just, going about your everyday life, exercising and working out. But my exercise stuff is a part of my life now. That's like a part of me. Like it's like when I get up and I gotta, have some coffee. Certain things are routine. Like it's routine for me to get up and get ready for work. So my fitness and stuff is in there too. So it's just a part of my life now. So I'm never going to stop because I like doing it. Especially when like you like doing something. I don't always want to do it, but when you like it, it's a little bit different. So because some people say, well, at my job I'm exercising because I'm walking all day or whatever. Like even if you have a job that is demanding that you have to move around, you're moving this, lifting that, moving that, you still should take the time out of your life to exercise on your own time. That's just a good thing to do. Like, oh, people just say, oh, I've been working all day, I'm tired, and we have time to sit on our phone after we get off work and lay in our beds and look at our phone for an hour or 2 hours before we go to sleep. Like, we have time for putting aside exercise for yourself. We have time, even if you do 15 minutes of something, it's something, and it makes you feel good. Me, I'm normally a workout person in the morning. I have to get my workout in the morning, like during the day. I'm not really an exercise in the evening type person. I mean, I have done it, but I have to kind of be active. You know, I got to do my stuff in the morning. And like this morning, I didn't get dressed at the shelter. I normally put on my workout tights and stuff at the shelter, my bra and everything. I didn't do it. So when I get to the gym, I have to get dressed. I'm kind of running a little bit under time today, and I don't like being like, I don't like feeling like I'm running late. I don't like that feeling. So, but it is what it is for now. I'm doing the best I can, and I'm doing amazing. So I always pat myself on the back for me doing a good job with my life and building my life back and continuing to stay consistent with the gym and, dealing with stuff at work and just dealing with everything in life. I'm doing a good job. So I always pat myself on the back. Always give yourself grace at what you're doing in life because especially if you're doing a good job. It's nice to hear that. I lost my job in August, so the only jobs available are warehouse jobs in my location. I need me a warehouse job. I need something that I could do like that, like part time. Because, like I said, once I get me a second job, I can move. I can move to an extended stay. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm also looking into getting a mortgage, like a first time home buyers thing, and getting me like a small condo, maybe like a 3-bedroom condo. So I'm looking into that as well. I'm thinking about a condo. I'm not. I could even take like a small house too, but I really want to just probably get a condo. But when I was staying with my roommate, we lived. She had a condo. She didn't own it, but she rented a condo, and it was very very small, really small. And I'm just like, damn, the rooms are so little. But I could even see myself having something like that. But the condo that she had was a 2-bedroom. The area was nice though. Shoot, I might even get me a condo over there and be her next door neighbor. Ha, remember you put me out? Now I own something, darling. But yeah. So she got a condo, but those condos are so little. It's just crazy. It's always good to try to own something, I guess. If you own it, it's a little bit different. But they were like old and like they're just old, outdated. You know what I'm saying? And she used to complain a lot and say she used to always complain. I said, well, why didn't? Because her husband, I think her husband's been going now almost 5 years. So her and her husband rented that condo. I said, why didn't you and your husband put your credit and stuff together, your money together, your credit together, and own something and buy something? Like, why didn't you buy it? Like, buy it. That way you can do what you want with it. You could paint it. You could, change the rugs or whatever. But the thing about buying something, you have to maintain it yourself, which can be pricey too. So I'm going to be on that journey. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to buy something eventually. So that's going to be another journey that I'm going to take. But I would be, because if I buy something and I need to fix something in my own place, I want to learn how to fix it myself, or I want to learn how to fix up things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably going to end up like having to get a contractor to do it for me. But because when it comes to that contracting thing, people say they know how to fix this or they're contractors, and some people are not contractors. They just know how to fix stuff. So you have to find somebody that you know that can do the job correctly and that the work is going to get done right. Because if you're paying somebody a couple hundred to a couple $1,000s to do something in your home, you want it to be done right. So, but yeah, my friend that I used to stay with, she had a condo, and the condo was so super small. And she was always just complaining about stuff. She had bills. She had water, electric, gas, and she had her rent, which I paid half for. I was paying half of the rent. But she was always complaining about everything. So she was always complaining. And I'm just like, you have all these credit cards. First of all, she went bankrupt. She filed for bankruptcy. And I'm not like throwing dirt on her, but I was just like, you got to make better financial decisions in your life. She filed for bankruptcy. And she ended up getting more credit cards. So I was like, instead of filing for bankruptcy, why don't you work on you spent the money on the credit cards that they sent you, and then you didn't pay it back. That's why you went bankrupt. That's not a good look for you. Like, filing for bankruptcy is not a good thing. But then after a couple of years, the bankruptcy clears out, and then they'll start sending you credit cards again for you to do what? The same thing you did before? Like, they're putting you in debt again. So I was like, well, why don't you get your credit straight and just try to get you something that you can buy, because your mortgage could be a little cheaper than what you paying in rent. Or a mortgage can be almost damn near the same as rent nowadays. So what do I know? But I was looking at her like, girl, you have to pay your credit card bills. You can't just get credit cards and go spend whatever you want to spend on them and then don't want to pay them back and then mad that you got credit card fees up the wazoo. Like, what do you think? She had like 50 credit cards. I said, you let them talk you into getting 50 credit cards? But I guess the more credit cards you get, if you're paying your bills, if you're paying it and doing it, using them the right way, you can get up to having 800 credit score. You can get there. So I don't know. I was even thinking about probably getting me 2 more credit cards and making sure I use them the right way to heighten my credit more, like get that score up more. Because I do need to get my points up. Because I want to be an excellent credit in 2026. Like, I'm almost there. Not an excellent credit, but I want to be up in the 800s in 2026. Because it's like credit cards, you get the cards and you use the limit, you use the percentage that you're supposed to use to not go over, and keep it like that. But you have to continue to monitor and continue to pay your thing and whatever. So I'm learning, and I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe I need to get 2 more credit cards. But see, when I get new credit cards and add them to my whatever, they're going to take points away. But then the points will shoot back up over time. So I'm learning, and I learned all this stuff on my own. I didn't get credit until I was like in my 40s. So I did not do none of this until I was in my 40s. So I wish I would have did this in my 20s, because my credit right now will probably be at excellent. Because one thing I don't do is play about my bills. I'm not playing about. I hate when I wake up in the morning and they say my credit went down 2 or 3 points. I don't like that. I do not like that. I take pride in my credit, honey. Because I know your credit, when you have good credit, that can get you a lot of places in life. You can get some places. You can get some properties. You can get somewhere in life with that. So, but I didn't know nothing about credit in my 20s, because I was like, why do I need credit cards when I have the money to pay? Because I was making good money throughout the years, because I always had 2 jobs. So I was like, what do I need credit cards for? But now I know, like, being older, I know why you need to have a credit card. There's a lot of different reasons why you should get your credit right. So it's very important. I was like, wow, my parents didn't tell me that, because I don't think they knew. I don't know if my mom had credit cards. I don't know. She probably did, but it's very important. Instill that into your children, like, people that got small kids, or teenagers or whatever. Let them know how important it is to have credit and to get your credit score right, because you can get cars and properties with good credit. Once I went out of debt and never going back. Yeah, thank God I'm not in debt. I owe some money. I owe money for my car, and then I have two credit cards. So I don't have a lot that I owe, thank God. And I don't want to get into debt and get into, like, some people are hundreds of thousands, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to be in debt the rest of my freaking life. Keep my cards, I just want my score to be good. So if I want to get another car or whatever, I'll be able to do it. My credit is almost where I want it, but I refuse to get one more credit. I was thinking about getting another one just to add. I do need like an installment. Like I need an installment loan. I've just been doing my research on things that we should have to help our credit boost a little bit. Like whatever I get, they're going to take points away, because whatever you put on your credit report is going to take my credit is going to go down. But once they see me paying on whatever the installment loan or another credit card, it's going to go boost back up. Because I remember when I first got my credit card, and this was like 2 years ago, in the beginning of my girl, I got $1,500. I was at Walmart just swiping that card and not understanding how to use it the right way, like only using a certain percentage of that money. I didn't do that. I maxed out the whole damn card. So I maxed it out, but then I paid it off, and then I maxed it out again. So that was stupid for me, because I didn't know any better. So now doing my research and stuff, and I find out all my research on social media through TikTok or YouTube. I just type in whatever I want to learn, and I'm like, I have to keep my credit card within, what is it, 20 something percent or 15%? I forget the ratio that you should keep your card at, instead of spending the whole card. I mean, if you spend the money on the whole card, just pay it right back. I learned to, whatever I buy, I go on my credit card and I pay it right away. So that's the easiest way for me, even though I still have balances on my cards. But I'm thinking about getting another one, but I need like an installment loan to add to it. So I'm learning how to get there. But one thing, I was talking to this young girl at my job, and she's like 22 or something, 23. Young girl. So I always try, if I run into girls that are like in their 20s, I always try to school them a little bit, especially if they're talking about stuff that can enrich their lives. So she was like, oh, my credit is good. And she's a young girl, and she said her credit is good. But then she was upset because she had this boyfriend. And I said, girl, I don't care who you dating. I don't care how in love you are with this man. If he can't put his own car in his name, don't put it in yours. Don't do it. So she said she put something in her boyfriend's name, and then her and her boyfriend ended up breaking up. But the good thing is, she said he is paying her back for that. He is paying. She said he is paying me, but sometimes he pays late and stuff. I said, yeah, well, be nice to him until he get done paying you. Then you can just drop him like a bad habit. But I said, girl, oh no, you don't never put nothing in a man's name with a man. No. If somebody asks you, I don't care if it's your brother, your sister. If somebody asks you, can you put this in your name? Can you finance on this for me? Can you add me as a co-signer? Absolutely not. Because if you can't do it yourself and I'm getting my credit together, that means you're in debt and your credit is not good. That's why you want to use mine. Absolutely not. Like, even if somebody pay you, you better say no. I'm just saying, nope. And that's what I think my brother, when I was asking him to come help me get this car, I think he was thinking that I was going to ask him, can he finance it for it? Like, put his name on it too. I didn't need nobody to put their name. My credit was okay. I didn't need a finance. I didn't need a co-signer. And that's what I thought my brother thought that I was looking for. And I said, I don't need no co-signer. I just wanted you to come and look at the car and let me know that, it was a good deal. Good morning, Vicky. How are you? Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Destiny and Sean, and Rhonda's here. But yeah, I think my brother was trying to think that I was going to ask him, can he co-sign for me? I said, nah, my credit is decent, buddy. I don't need you. I don't need you. But yeah, if somebody ever asks you to co-sign, or if it's not your husband or your wife, absolutely not. Shoot, even when you marry, you got to make sure that they paying their stuff off. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure people. I'm not married, thank God, but I don't want to get myself tied up financially and be screwed up with someone else's, carrying somebody else's burden or weights. Because even us as women, like, if we out here dating men, we better make sure that that man does not have debt in his life, because his debt can turn into your debt, or her debt can turn into your debt. If she's carrying a burden, it's women out here that pay child support. So if you get married to someone that's paying child support, they're going to be trying to garnish your check too. So y'all got to remember when you're trying to attach yourself to another person. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, how are you? Sean, what's going on with you? You making any more content? I haven't seen any more videos from you. But yeah, when you attach yourself to someone, you get married, or even if you dating someone, do not put nothing in your name and attach that person to your stuff. Because most of the time, if you break up, you still gonna have to pay that debt for that person that you co-signed for. Because if you co-signed for a car, it's your car too. It's not just hers; it's yours too. So y'all gotta remember, like when we trying to attach ourselves to people, even when you get married to someone, like you're gonna take on his debt and he's gonna take on your debt. So we gotta remember that when we get into these relationships with people. Because as you get older, you just get more wiser. You be like, oh no, I don't think I want to do that. If you meet a man, I'm just talking on a woman's basis. If you meet a man, make sure you dig into his life and see what he got going on in every aspect. Dig in his life and see what he got going on, especially if he has children, or you want to know, okay, are you paying child support for all these kids? Like, what is going on with your life? Because I'm not going to be the person that's going to be paying your bills. So we got to make sure when we dating people, we want to know everything about what's going on in their life. I mean, a person can say anything. People lie so much. Child, I don't believe nothing nobody say. I do my own investigation on you. All I need is your name. All I need is your name. So if you get into a relationship, make sure you investigating that person, because I'm telling you, people can say anything, child. They lie so much out here. But as you get older, it gets easier, because when you get older, you don't be putting up with nothing from no man or whoever you in a relationship with. When you get older, you be like, man, bye, bye. You're just not putting up with people's crap. But when you're younger, you tend to put up with a little bit more BS from people. When you older, you be like, girl, I'm fine by myself. Not saying that I don't need a man, because yes, I need a man. I feel like I'm a woman. I do need a man. But, I'm just single, and it is what it is, and I accept it. And, hey, I just live my life every day like that. Because when a person comes along that needs to be in my life, God is going to guide him to me. And then God going to be like, look, he's the one. You need to stick with him because, he's your husband. That's your husband. Stick with him. Stay with him because he's the one. But, nobody's the one right now because the world is so crazy. You can't trust nobody. It's so sad. And a lot of people are out here in relationships with people they don't even like. They can't stand. They don't like their husband. They don't like their wife. They just can't stand each other. So I work in a very male-dominated industry. So I work with men every day. Men that are married, and they be all up in the girl's face all day at work. So I just be like, don't you got a wife? Don't you have a wife at home? They just be cracking me up. But I don't know. This world that we live in is just straight crazy. I'm telling you, it's filled with so much darkness, but you got to try to keep praying and stay out of the mess. You know what I mean? Stay out of the way. That's what I do. That's my motto. Stay out the way. Stay out of the freaking way. Stay out of the freaking way. And everybody's out here busting their behinds trying to work and pay their bills, because working 2 and 3 jobs to survive, and it's just crazy, man. You just don't, financially, it's a mess. Finances is a mess. That's why when you get with somebody in a relationship, you better make sure you know what they got going on before you get into a relationship with them. Because, girl, what's up with the married men trying to date? Girl, I know. And married men trying to date multiple women, not just one girl. They trying to have multiple girls. These men are just a mess, child. And you better make sure when you get with somebody, if he got kids, you better make sure, especially if you're going to be serious with him. I'm saying serious, trying to get married. You better make sure he don't got a whole bunch of child support attached to him, because all that stuff is going to be attached to you too. Girl, I'm cool on it. I'm not saying I don't. I would love to be in a nice, loving, kind relationship, but child, that's far and in between out here today. Cause these men be wanting to have this woman, that woman, that woman, this woman. They just want to do multiple stuff, and I'm like, man, STDs are out here, HIV and AIDS is out here, and people be having it. They not gonna tell you. They just gonna sleep with you, and then, they're gonna disappear, and they're gonna leave you with trying to clean up your body, and it sucks. I'm cool being by myself. I'm not saying I don't need anybody, because I do believe in partnerships and marriages and stuff like that. I love that, but You want the right man for sure. Reminds me of my ex-fiance. Gave her the car in the apartment and paid off the car, but left my phone in the apartment. She stopped paying and I also went into a lot of debt. Yeah, it sucks, man. We can't really. I'm divorced and my ex didn't have me with nothing. You gotta watch your back. You gotta watch your back out here with people. And I'm not. It's hard to even trust a person. So, but I'm just saying, as you mature and you get older, you just look at things differently. I'm not like celebrities. Everybody has this fascination of, oh, they look cute together. Oh, he's such a good man from looking at a picture of somebody smiling. You don't know what those people are going through. Everything looks nice like that picket fence and that beautiful home, and everybody got these nice cars. Most of those people that's in these marriages and relationships, they hate each other, man. All this stuff be for all this. A lot of stuff in America be for, oh, look what I have, look what I have, look what I have. Man, people go through disastrous breakups and something, and a lot of the stuff be our own fault because we put ourselves in this situation. And I know everybody make mistakes because hell, I made my share of mistakes, but my mistakes had nothing to do with a man, and I'm so freaking happy. And no divorcing, none of that has nothing to do with the man, and I'm so happy that my situation has nothing to do with a relationship. It's just things that happen in my life were my own actions of me living in my emotions, acting out my emotions in a negative way. So it's all my fault. It has nothing to do with the man. No attachments. I'm not letting nobody mess with my credit. Screw that. Screw that. We're not doing that. You're not messing me up, baby. And as you get older, you're more in tune with, you're not gonna mess me up. And I'm not that desperate for having a man laying next to me every night that I'm gonna allow somebody to drag me through the mud. That's just not gonna happen. And on top of that, the cheating thing, I see these men all the time at work. I'm in customer care, so these men be all in our face all day. Because a woman knows when a man is interested in her. A woman knows, even if he just want to sleep with her, which that's most of the time what he wants to do. Women know when men are attracted to them. Women know when a man wants to bed them. We just know it because the way that they treat us. So the men at my job, some of the men at my job really don't be on that, but you could tell that some men are nice and they respect you as a woman, and that's just that. They're not trying to, you know, they just living their life, doing their job. Some men don't really get involved with that whole job stuff because you got that whole sexual harassment that could be involved. But a lot of men at the job, they be straight married, all up in the girl face of customer care. You know, little pretty girls, the girls that's in their 20s, the pretty young little fangs. And even if you older, if you're attractive, those men be all up in your face all day, all day. And there's some nice looking men at my job. I'm not even going front, but I see them and I be like, damn, he fine. But these men are married, so I have no interest in that. I'm not one of those women that be trying to break up people's happy homes. So, but it be some nice looking men at my job. White men, black men, Panamanian men, all different races of men. They just be, some of these men be fine. This one guy there, I think he's from he's either Indian or from Pakistan. Super fine. He looks like a freaking supermodel. I'm like, gosh darn it. But he's married, so I'm like, but he's a good looking guy, especially when he be getting his little haircuts and stuff. I'm like, okay. I don't say nothing to these men because I know they're married. And some men are not, they don't flirt with the girls because they don't want that sexual harassment stuff looming over their head. So some men, they might think you're attractive, but they got their family, they got their wife at home. They not really, but a lot of these guys are pigs, man. They're pigs. If they could, they would, baby. And one guy at my job, he's a white dude. He just be flirting with the girls. Oh, you look beautiful today. You know, certain words that he says, he really shouldn't say because if a woman took offense to that, she could go right to HR and get you fired. Like, do you ever think about stuff like that? He always say, "Oh, you look beautiful today." Certain little words like that. If I was a crybaby type of woman, I could go to HR and have you like, in trouble. I'm not that type of woman. But some of the men don't think. Like, you have to watch how you talk to women at work. And really, women should watch how they talk to men at work. But a woman could say, "Hey, I like your haircut today," or something. Most men ain't gonna say nothing about that, but sometimes women do be sexually harassing men and nothing gets done about that. It's like nothing gets done about that, but it's always like if the man is saying this to the woman, "Oh my God, he made me feel uncomfortable." So I see that all the time too. But you gotta watch yourself at work, especially the men. They really have to watch themselves. Customer care males have always been cheaters. They love to the work wife. I used to work there. Oh yeah. Well, I work in the a sales department, so I do like all the financing, all the paperwork and stuff like that. It's just one. I mean, I had men in the past that flirt with me and say things. One guy was like, "Oh, I like your hair today," or whatever. You know, men talk to women. I'm not offended, but if you start saying something about my body or my shape of my, I'm like, I'm not going to run to HR, but I'm going to check you. Like, listen, who you talking to? Who you talking to? So I always like wear a cardigan so my body is not like showing and stuff like that. But some women like the attention from men. So I'm not one of those women that, I mean, everybody likes to get a nice compliment, but I'm not one of those women that feel like, oh, let me go walk around so everyone can see me strut my stuff. I'm just not one of those people. And you got women at work that come to work face filled with makeup just because they want the attention from a man. And these are women that probably are in relationships themselves. So women do their stuff too. It's not just a man's, you know what I'm saying? Women be doing their little snaky stuff. But I'm just saying at the workplace, men really need to be careful because women really be on the prowl, especially a woman that wants to destroy somebody. Man, all she got to do is go cry to HR and say, oh, he sent this to me. And it's another guy. He's a white guy. He's like, he be making money. He's like the top salesperson in that where I work at. He's the top dog. So he has this mentality like, I could do what I want. I'm untouchable and stuff like that. He'd be out of line sometimes, but because he was like, oh my God, you look beautiful today. He's one of those guys that he wants to entertain the crowd and make people feel good. I'm like, I could see through the fakeness. He's fake as hell, but I'm like, hey, I try to make him feel like he's important. And he's a Jewish guy. So, but I try to make him feel important. I say, oh, hey, Ian. He's like, oh, you look fabulous today. I say, you do too. He be all happy. He happy when somebody's saying something good about him. He talk about his kids. He was over there showing the girl his kids, right? Oh, this is what my kid this is what they wore to for Halloween. And I'm just like, please don't come over here and show me because I really don't care. And not being a bitch, but I don't want to see that. Especially from people that you know that didn't drag you through the mud and talked about. He gossips about everybody around there. So I just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. So I'm at the gym. I'm gonna go and I don't need to change my clothes in my car. I told you I'd be here by almost 7. I'll be done by like 7:30, 7:45, even 8 o'clock. Because my job is not far from here, so. I saw women flirting with men all the time at the hospital. Yeah, I mean, energy at work is on a high. It's high. I hear that the doctors are sleeping with the nurses, and then these women go home to their husbands or go home to their families. And if you want to cheat, just stay single. Like if you want to cheat and all that stuff, if you know that you can't stay faithful to your person, stay single. Why hurt somebody? Why tear up your family? Because when you cheat and stuff and your spouse finds out, most people will leave. Some people will stay. But to me, I'm like, once a cheater, you always gonna cheat. So I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to be in a relationship, if you don't want to do that relationship stuff, if you don't want to do the marriage stuff, stay single. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with somebody just staying single, staying to themselves? But people attach themselves to each other because, we all need something. We're all out here looking for something from, if you would need help financially, oh, I need my wife to help me with the mortgage, or, I can't do this on my own. So this is why a lot of people stay. So it's a lot to it with this relationship stuff, man. And I just be looking at people like, well, gosh darn it, I'd be happy I'm single unto myself. I don't have to worry about it. And I don't like to be single all the time because I be out here, I be lonely, I be like, dang, people that got their families and stuff. But a lot of them people are not even happy. You just got to find somebody that you're compatible with and this works for us. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in a relationship? Let's do it. But I'm not going to put up with the bullshit now. I ain't putting up with the bullshit. Because I have a sister that, we go to church. I go to church with them on Sundays and stuff like that. And she has a husband and he's like a cheater. He be cheating on her. And I said, listen, girl, God is not going to stop your husband from cheating on you. If he want to make that decision to go cheat and lay with another woman, that's what he's going to do. You can't pray that away. The thing is, you have to get confident within yourself. You have to build confidence within yourself and know that, hey, I don't deserve to be dealing with this. I don't deserve to be having an unfaithful husband. But people don't want to leave because they might have, things that's tied, like a house, or they have things that they're tied into. I get it, but shit, I ain't living like that. You ain't gonna bring me AIDS, HIV, and any kind of diseases. I'm not with that. I don't play that. I'm not going to play with that. We not doing that because I'll leave somebody real quick. I have no problem with leaving real fast. Yeah, thank you. Faking it till you make it. Yeah. Fake it, take it till you make it at these jobs. Yeah, I know, right? That's what the guy be doing at the job, faking it till he make it. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, he be just, I don't know what they call it. What is it, charisma? He know how to talk to people and make people feel good. I mean, he's a salesperson. He be selling. He's the top salesperson in there. So he got the gift of gab. So I just be like, boy, he cracked me up because he be buying the girls, he do be buying us dinner and stuff. Not all the time, but every now and again he'll buy people's food, and that's just how he is, man. I don't think it has anything to do with he's flirting with us, because he buys the other salespeople food too. So he's not just focused on buying the customer care girl stuff, because there was this other customer care girl there. It's not there anymore, thank God, because I couldn't stand her. But he was always in her face. Those two, you would think that they had some kind of little thing going on, but she knew that he was attracted to her, so she played off of that. And I was like, girl, this man got a whole husband. So sometimes the wives show up, because the wives be knowing if their husbands are cheaters or whatever. So one day his wife showed up. It was some kind of event that they had at the store. So the wife came in and she was kind of acting like a bitch. She had an attitude on her. So I was like, she probably had an attitude because she know her husband is probably a flirtatious little monster. So she probably know, and she probably know the girls around her that he probably, would be flirting with. She probably know that. But his wife wasn't a bad looking chick herself. She was a nice looking woman, but we know how men can be, girl. You know your husband's a flirt. She know it, but he take care of it. He take care of the family. They got a nice big house, so she's comfortable and she's happy. So I guess if it works for you, it works. But she seems like she has a bitchy kind of attitude. But he could be kind of weird. But I don't pay him no mind. I smile to him and he likes the attention. So I'm like, there's the end. I'll come in and be fake like he be fake with the fake corporate. You know that fake corporate stuff to make somebody feel good? I come in with the fake corporate crap. Like, hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm so happy to see you today. My favorite person. I say that little fake corporate slander that people be saying, because that's how he is. He tries to, hey, my favorite girl is here. So, that fake corporate crap. So I do it too. He had a friend that when I first started the job, he had this other guy that was in there that was supposed to have been his friend. His friend ended up getting fired because I think they said the friend was sexually harassing a customer. So I was like, what the heck? You sit there, and some men just can't not flirt with a beautiful woman. They can't. They got to say something. So a lot of pretty women come in there, good looking women, black, white, whatever color you are. Woman is beautiful. She just pretty. Like, she can't help it. Beautiful woman. But some men just can't hold themselves together when they see a beautiful woman. They got to feel like they got to say something. And I said, Dad, you risk your job. You risk your job trying to flirt with a woman, and now you don't have a job. That's crazy to me. I don't understand how somebody can't control themselves so much. You can't just go around saying anything you want to say to a person, especially at work, especially if it's going to risk your job. You lost your job, now you can't pay your bills. I think that's crazy. Grand Rising, blessing be, Queen, good energy in life. Thank you. How you doing? Today is November 1st. Is it? Oh my God. You're right. It is November 1st because yesterday was Halloween. But good morning to everyone. I'm at the gym. As soon as I get my stuff on, I'm going to go in here and do what I got to do. And then I'm going to go on with the rest of my day as usual. Do what I do, baby. This is what I do every day. So I don't feel right if I can't get to the gym and do some kind of exercise. Like, I got to do a 30-minute something. And the 30 minutes end up turning into an hour anyway. So I got clothes all in my car. If you see my car, y'all would be like, oh yeah, she live in her car for sure. I thought I had a t-shirt in here, but I don't see it. I hate when I do this. I hate when I come here and I'm not freaking ready to just jump out the car and go get on the machines. I don't have all my stuff together because I'm so busy doing everything else. So I gotta go get in my back seat and see what I have back there because I got stuff everywhere. But good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Yeah, I am going to have a great gym session. Hey, Caesar. I would like to be at the gym this morning, but my Halloween festivities last night will not allow me to make it in this morning. Oh, you must have had a good time, huh? You must have been getting drunk and eating candy. Well, at least you had a good time. I was at work. I don't celebrate Halloween anyway. Halloween is for, like, the kids or whatever. I don't bother with it. I was at work, and work was dead yesterday. Nobody was in there because Halloween, they were out with the kids or whatever, letting the kids enjoy themselves. So that's what's up. The kids are supposed to enjoy themselves. I'm trying to think. I usually have a sweater, and I don't even freaking. Oh no, I don't even know where none of my stuff is, y'all. I thought I put it in here, girl. My life be all over the place. Literally, my life is all over the place. My life is all over the place. I didn't get a good start this morning. So I'm just gonna go do a slow walk on this treadmill I think I'm gonna get on the elliptical too, because it's Saturday, so nobody really be on them ellipticals during the weekends. Too heavy. People be killing those ellipticals during the week. Monday through Friday, I go to the elliptical machine and there's like 10 people over there. So I'm like, oh God, I can't do that today. But like I said, this feeds me life. Me working out, it gives me so much life. It gives me hope that I'm going to be okay. My whole day started off kind of crazy because I lost my cell phone at the shelter and I didn't know where that was. So that kind of made my day a little bit off, you know what I mean? I could not find my, okay, I got this. I couldn't find what I needed to find, so here we go. Gotta smell cute. Sprayed on some little body spray, and this does smell really good. So I'm all done. Let me get my stuff and I'm out. Like I said, I'm here every day. Even on days I don't want to be here, I'm working out. I'm doing something for myself because this starts my day. It helps me start a really positive start to my day. So it's a good thing. It gives me life, basically. It gives me life. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to come and exercise these beautiful limbs that I have, a part of my body. It's a great start to my day. So it works for me. You know what I mean? Some people be like, oh my God, I don't have time. I'm like, I got all the time. I got all the time in the world to do something I enjoy. I don't celebrate it really. I was with my homegirl walking through the neighborhood drinking and being in the presence. Oh, okay. Watching all the customers. Okay, little kids in the streets. You got this, queen. Trust and believe. Greetings is coming. Just hanging there. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm at the gym, so I'll talk to you guys later. I guess when I get out of work, I'll go on a live stream later. I get off at 5, so maybe I'll live stream between like 5:30 and 6. So I'll talk to you guys later, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have an awesome day. I'll see you soon, okay? You guys be good to yourselves. You guys be good to yourselves. You said, were you disparaging? Perry? Who the heck is that? I don't know what you're talking about. John, what are you saying? I don't understand.